You ever have that light bulb moment? That one brilliant idea you just know could be a total game changer? Well, today, we're going to dive into how you actually protect something like that. We're breaking down the Patents Act 1990 to figure out what it really takes to shield your amazing innovation from the rest of the world. Of course you have, right? We all have. It's that sudden flash of inspiration, that one moment of pure clarity where you think of something that just feels completely new, totally original.
And it's more than just a good idea, isn't it? It feels like a potential game changer. It's that feeling deep in your gut where you look at it and you think, wow, this could actually work. This could be big.
And that, right there, leads us to the most important question of all. Once that idea is out in the world, how do you stop somebody from just taking it? That single problem is the entire reason the patent system even exists. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. The first thing you've got to understand is that a patent isn't just some fancy certificate you hang on the wall. It's actually a deal, a very specific, very strategic bargain between you, the inventor, and the public. So here's the core trade-off. It's pretty brilliant, actually. In exchange for you spilling the beans, telling everyone exactly how your invention works, making it public knowledge, the government gives you a temporary monopoly. You get the exclusive right to make money from it for a while, and in return, society gets that knowledge so they can learn from it and build the next great thing. It's a win-win for innovation. So how do you get in on this deal? Well, your invention can't just be clever. It has to pass a whole series of really tough legal tests. You can think of it like a journey, or maybe an obstacle course, with 5 major hurdles you absolutely have to clear. And here they are. These are the 5 gatekeepers of the patent world, and they come straight from Section 1(8) of the Act. Every single one is a critical test, so let's break down what they're actually looking for. First up, we've got manner of manufacture. Now, I know, it sounds a little old-fashioned, but the concept is critical. It basically means you have to be patenting an actual thing or a process, not just a theory floating around in your head. You can't patent the idea of teleportation, for example, but you could patent a machine that actually does it. See the difference? It separates real-world inventions from pure thought experiments. Okay, next are 2 tests that people get confused about all the time: novelty and inventive step. Novelty is actually pretty simple. Is your idea brand new to the entire world? Has anyone, anywhere, ever seen or heard of it before? If the answer is no, you're good. But the inventive step, that's more subtle. It asks, even if it's new, is it obvious? Would any expert in that field have just stumbled upon it eventually? Your invention can't just be the next logical baby step. It's got to be a real non-obvious leap forward. And then there's the useful test. This one is, thankfully, pretty straightforward. Your invention just has to work. If you claim you've built a machine that turns lead into gold, well, it better actually be capable of turning lead into gold. It's really just a basic reality check. So you'd think if your idea passes all those tests, you're golden, right? Well, not quite. There are still some things that are completely off limits. The law has drawn a few very hard lines in the sand. Here's what is completely off the table. You cannot patent human beings, or the biological processes that create them. Think human cloning. That's a definite no. This is where the law draws a major ethical line. You also can't patent, say, a new way of using an old tool if the result is exactly the same. For instance, you couldn't patent the method of using a hammer to hit a nail. It's just not going to happen. But let's say you did it. You navigated the whole journey, you passed all the tests, you avoided the forbidden zones, and you've got your patent. What now? What kind of power does this piece of paper actually give you? The best way to think about your patent is as a powerful shield. It's your legal right to defend your invention out in the marketplace and to control exactly how it's used. And that shield lets you do a lot. You get the exclusive right to make, use, and sell your invention. You can license it to other companies for a fee, creating whole new business models. And, crucially, if somebody copies you, you can take them to court, stop them cold, and get financial compensation. In short, you are firmly in the driver's seat. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you see this amazing system. It grants a temporary monopoly to reward your creativity, but the price of that protection is making your secrets public, giving the next generation of inventors the building blocks they need. It's a really delicate balance, and it leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on. Is this cycle of private protection and public knowledge the ultimate engine for driving human progress? That's something to think about.